So Marvel Snap's newest card is Scorn, and after playing her today, this feels like it could be a very dangerous new weapon for discard decks. This is all about crazy power efficiency. You can very easily get like 4 or 6 power and buffs without playing the card. 0 energy, 6 power, amazing. Sometimes you get that 6 power and free buffs, and then you still play a 1/8 Scorn behind it, making this basically a 1/14. A 1/14 you just throw into your deck. That's kind of the ceiling on this, but even more reliably, you know, just getting this to a 1/4 is kind of great. That makes this basically a 1/6. You get 2 in buffs, you get to play a 1/4. So, you know, hitting this one time with a discard makes it compelling. Hitting it 2 or 3 times just makes it absolutely absurd from a total power output standpoint. You know, yes, there's the Daken in here. That's kind of a cool little bonus sometimes, but again, it's just kind of greedy. I wouldn't really advise you run that. I've also got Swordmaster in here, which makes a little more sense with an odd cost card that you want to discard. Just be mindful. MODOK does make that a little risky. I'm not totally sure that's the right choice either, but I thought, you know, nice excuse to run a big guy that has another great target. If you feel like being risky, though, can have some big moments with Scorn, or if MODOK's hiding in deck, that can be great. Otherwise, this is just the most boring, most standard discard deck. But Scorn, I will say, adds a couple things. Number one, like fun, because she's chaotic. You don't know where the power is going to go. There's just like, you know, some unpredictability there. And that's the other bonus, is that the opponent also doesn't really know where that power is going to go, both from the buff standpoint, but also where are you dropping that 1/6 or that 1/8 or whatever. That can be a nice surprising spike of power that's hard to play around. So giving a deck that's sometimes too predictable, because they know exactly where Dracula is going to be and exactly how big it's going to be, and they know you're going to play a MODOK and all these sorts of lines that are really reliable. They know you got 2 swarms. Scorn just adds another layer of unpredictability that can help with surprise power output, which I had a great run with this deck. I will say I played a lot of mirror matches, other people trying out Scorn decks, and I don't actually know my total win rate because the patch has broken Untapped and I'm too lazy to count my games over the last hour and a half, but I certainly climbed, certainly felt good, and I think as we see a refined discard deck come together, Scorn is going to feel like a really important piece of the discard puzzle moving forward. It's hard to say if it's enough to like push it into meta relevance, but I certainly think it'll get closer, and I certainly think this feels like a viable climbing sort of deck at this stage. I'm excited to also try Scorn in some like crazy machine gun style decks, you know, Gambit pop-offs and stuff. We'll save that for a little later in the week, but for now, if you want to climb with reliable old discard, I think Scorn makes it a lot better and probably a lot more fun too. All right, game number 1, Dream. It's already the Dream hand. Colleen Wing and Scorn. This is all we ever needed. I guess actually Blade with Scorn on the right would be the Dream, wouldn't it? Vibranium. What have you done to me, Vibranium? I guess we play Vibranium. Little energy acceleration here off Feast might help. Opponent also plays Vibranium. They're scared of Feast. They don't want to give me the juice. I got an apple and they got a cookie. That doesn't seem fair. That doesn't seem right. So actually, this is now perfect, isn't it? We discard the Scorn. It goes to the right, and then we discard the Scorn again. Pretty perfect. Assuming it goes to the right, it should. It's my first game, but oh, that's a sick animation actually. Dude, like this is actually kind of nuts. Like we've already gotten 4 power out of the Scorn doing nothing, and then it's a 1/6 that I get to play. Am I crazy? Like, is this card busted? It was even more busted before, to be honest. Are we just ripping the MODOK already? I don't see why not. I mean, left might be hard to beat since we don't have a Dracula. We might want to focus more on like mid and right. With the Proxima going right, we get a good power basis there. Scorn's power, like it's hard to predict, I guess, like where it's gonna go, but just is maybe really the only downside. Like left might be a bit wasted, but honestly, I mean, look at this dump we can do now too. Okay, they ran Collector. I decided to cut Collector for Daken. It was kind of more of a thematic choice. Like I think Collector's probably better. But I was like, dude, I want to play Daken. He seems so cool. You know, potential bonus scaling with Scorn is a pretty neat idea. I don't think it's actually very good though, just for the record. You know, if we got a Dracula off the top, like this APOC in hand is definitely better in hand. No, like do we go toe to toe with this Dracula? I'm wondering now, man. Like it's kind of intriguing. Vibranium Mines, we don't really want it. We'd rather hit a Dracula. We can definitely hold the Scorns. If we play here, we can just hard play APOC and Scorn next turn if we don't hit a Dracula, right? So we know we'll have +1. So I guess, yeah, we're gonna go at that Dracula head to head. I think it's kind of spooky though. Orbeez for the opponent, certainly much smaller right now. They're running Swordmaster, but an empty hand, I guess, or no odd cards anyway, right? Not empty, I guess, not the right word, but. They go Modok? Oh, it doesn't matter. They're just cooked. Okay. Victories. Yeah, maybe they couldn't play everything. It's actually insane. It's a 1/8 that buffed the board for 6, dude. Like that's crazy. That's just like really good. I'm sorry. Dude, I got 6,000, almost 7,000 points for that win. The bugged infinite ladder thing here, at least funny. Ooh, we love the early Scorn. Give me that Blade or Colleen or something. Colleen first, I guess. Be nice. Morbius needs to be mindful there. Show me Colleen. Show me Colleen. Swordmaster, kind of risky, right? Hit a few of those, but I don't know if it's worth it here with Modok. Sif is chill. Swarm stays with Modok, I think. Really still wish we hit that Colleen on time, though. Blade for later is cool. We had a Colleen still, man. Like, I feel like Scorn and Colleen's fates are tied, man. I thought about putting Silver Samurai in here, but then Dracula's weird. Like, you're playing the Samurai on 5. It's maybe just not that strong, to be honest. So, I don't know. That seemed like a not great idea, to be honest. Oh, Sakar. Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now, we are just very good at the game, and that's all that matters. So we never hit Modok. We always hit Scorn twice. Let's do it. I mean, if we do hit Modok, we're very annoyed, but we're not like losing the game. But see, this is what it's about. I think we played this Elias Winslow person earlier. Did they have like? They had some spicy like lockdown style stuff, like some White Widows, and yeah, this is exactly what. Oh, Sakar is kind of chill. Okay. Oh, bro, that didn't. Oh, the APOC like showed, but it wasn't, I guess, like engaged yet. That was kind of wild looking. So Modok here is really nice. There's no Dracula to make the swarms a downside. The Proxima goes mid, which is actually probably pretty good, because that's where they kind of have their most power. So we're cheating a lot of power into play here too, which is nice. Like if they lock me down more. It's also kind of nice to know their cannonball's gone, so like their kind of big punish type card is just, it's just out, you know? Dude, Scorn is a 1/8. It's gross, by the way. I guess this pulls a swarm. Still like a lot of power to overcome there. They got a 12-point deficit there. So we're up 10, we're up 11. Oh yeah, they're just done. Okay. It's like I kind of think we're in a really good spot. This deck wants to not be, they want to be like close, but we just got so much power down early, man, because the Scorn has already contributed 6 to the board. All right, Colleen and Scorn, dude, like this is the dream. Colleen Wing and Scorn is gonna start feeling like one of the best plays in the game, I think, dude. I don't know, man. It's like so strong already. You get a 2/6, you got a 1/4 in hand. Like that's already wild. I want to see how Daken feels in this deck. I said this in another game, so this may appear multiple times, but I do think Daken's greedy pick. I don't think you should use Daken really. But we'll see, you know, if he gets a couple Scorn buffs and he ever becomes giant, we're gonna be like, yes, Daken. But I don't think he's your safest bet. I think you could go, oh, speaking of, dude, speaking of, Daken Stark Tower, I guess, is kind of a bonus. If Scorn gets pulled into hand, we're honestly pretty sad. Or pulled into board, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Colleen at 6. Deadpool at 1. Oh, the Daken's a great grab, though. Okay, we kind of wish he was left, but we're just happy that we got the free energy, you know? No problem. A blade would be pretty nice anytime, but that Titan is intriguing for sure. Oh, they cheated in a death. That's kind of wild. It's hard to beat. So MODOK is obviously quite good already, but we would love one more like nice little cycle. You know, a Dracula on 4, a Sif or a Swordmaster, something here to grease this up a little bit. I guess even a blade would be okay, but Swordmaster's really nice. Yeah. This has a chance at Scorn, Shard, or MODOK, or APOC. Like, this is the problem with Swordmaster, right? Like, he's really good with all these ones, but the MODOK is a little nerve-wracking. In a way, you'd rather play Swordmaster on 6 sometimes, right? To cycle a Scorn one more time, or sometimes you want to play the Scorn too. Swordmaster actually good in the stack because I start thinking about this. I don't know, dude. Maybe Swordmaster is bad. You got Daken, MODOK. Quite a few hits you're not actually all that thrilled about. Like, if this hits MODOK, you're really sad. Is it worth it for the upside on the Scorn? I don't know. Okay, APOC here's fine. Titan created a weird little bonus nod there, but yeah, I mean, this is definitely MODOK. I think it definitely still goes left. Daken goes to maybe 12 if the Scorn activates first, right? Like maybe 12. Sif is gone, so we're probably hard playing APOC unless we see a Dracula here. Thankfully with Titan, you can play Scorn and APOC together. So, oh, did we hit the Daken? Oh, the snipe! This is why we play Daken for fun. This is why we play Daken for fun. Killmonger's chill with us. I mean, that Deadpool's scary, right? Of course. But how big was it? It's 8 already. So it's
definitely need to change my underwear.
God. Scorn is not quite kept up with that.
All systems go.
Although, I mean, you know, technically already kind of a 10 power card, I guess. Well, where does this want to go? Like, where does this power even want to go? It's so hard to know. 16 does flip there. 32. So if you just go to 33 here, I guess you feel okay. 16 flips here. Can they flip here and here? Yeah. Maybe you do this. I kind of could see a Deadpool here, something big here, and then maybe Scorn just kind of floats mid. I don't know. Let's see how big they chose to go on all these choices, you know. Venom left. Okay, that means we kind of wasted the APOC, unfortunately. So what's mid in that case? Can't be that big, can it? Good X23 roll. Oh, okay, right can't be that big then. Okay, yeah. One of these had to be kind of small in essence. I thought they would play Deadpool left, to be honest. Okay, bit of an expensive hand. Lady Sif Krakoa is pretty good though. Colleen Wings, not perfect right now. Scorn for later, sure. I will say, like, you know, if you don't hit the Colleen Scorn early, she's definitely a little less exciting, but I don't know. I still think not that bad. This is pretty good turn 4 too, potentially. We hit it like a Morbius. Dude, Crimson Cosmos and Big House. What an interesting pair. So they're still running Meek. Ah, I thought Meek would just not get played anymore. I don't know. I think I like Scorn notably more, right? It's just like more point scaling, and you don't even have to really commit the play to it necessarily to get some upside. But we'll see. We need data. We need testing. Oh, dude. Dude, though. This has to be the move, right? Is this a turn 6 APOC game? Or turn 6 MODOK game, I mean? I guess it depends a little bit on what we draw here, but we don't have Dracula, of course, is another thing. But I really like the idea. Well, it's not really worth it to Colleen Scorn here, though, is it? Like, MODOK's still just insane. I think I'm overthinking it. Oh, I do like Corvus Glaive a lot in this deck. You know what? I might like Corvus Glaive better than Swordmaster, to be honest. It's funny. There's so many little options in discard. Like, finding the right kind of mix is definitely going to be something that requires some thought. Oh my god, dude. Blade Colleen is kind of intriguing here, but it's just got to be MODOK still, right? MODOK hits kind of everybody you want, and then you hard play APOC or you top deck Dracula, right? You got Proxima mid, you got Daken at 18, so he's like kind of soloing these almost. Maybe even more, I guess, if Scorn connects, right? It's not an unlikely chance. Yeah, my only problem with the APOC on 6 is like it is just such a forced line. Like you don't have, it's a 1-card line, you know what I mean? It's not a lot of flexibility, so. Oh, Morbius, dude. 18 on Daken. Morbius and Scorn is the same amount of power if I want to be like a little bit more flexible. They hard played a Proxima, which to me kind of implied they didn't have a MODOK. If they did have a MODOK, oh, I don't like how this doesn't win mid though, right? Like I think we need to flip a spot. Yeah, probably so. Probably just need to flip a spot. Yeah, dude, the Daken, I think it's wrong, but it keeps winning games. So I don't know. Like Krakoa obviously was a little bit of a spicy bonus. Clearly not normal, but it's creating these opportunities, man. I don't know. I don't think it's right though. I think we're just getting lucky. Ooh, okay. This could be the start of something very fun. Show me that Colleen, dude. Celine? No. No, I mean, it's actually pretty bad. It's like, it could steal the Colleen. We'll probably have to play it. If it hits the score and it's like, yeah, okay, whatever. It's not so bad. Really looking for Colleen. I feel like Scorn is great when you hit Colleen and just kind of okay when you don't. That's not likely to be very good. All right, this actually hits Dracula, I guess. That's kind of fine. I mean, Ghost Rider's sort of fun, but we don't really have anything for it right now. Rogue, dude. Rogue? Bro. They have discard cards, obviously, so that's gross. APOC, okay. Making Dracula a bit more interesting after this MODOK for sure. Yeah, maybe we have to give up left and we just try to win right and mid, you know? This does send the Proxima mid, you know, and then we have Dracula and MODOK and a couple swarms in a top deck. That's pretty great mid. I think we actually have a pretty good shot here. Oh, they really committed left too. Okay, that's good news for us. Like, I feel like that we were done there. We don't care. They were scared of the Dracula reasonably. We're just gonna play out the Scorn and the swarms and something, right? And we're just, how do they beat that? Well, we need to play out this. Oh crap. Rapidy dapple do. Maybe this is fine. This gives the Dracula the chance to hit the Scorn, but we're up. You know, technically 6 points is enough anyway, I guess, right? And then, I mean, you know, of course, a Dr. Doom or something could change that, but it's a 50-50 anyway. And if I do this any other way, it's the same problem, right? So the fact that we can't play left with these swarms means this is kind of the best way to do it, I think. Played the Shard, played the Proxima, played the Swordmaster. That is not a problem for us. That's gonna be close, but just enough. Maybe we'll get buffed mid even for some bonus. We don't. We get buffed right. Dracula's right back to right back to where he was. He does get the updated value for Scorn, which is nice, much like for APOC. Not a surprise, but kind of not terrible, even if you get stuck with the Scorn here. All right, early Scorn. Pretty great Swordmaster, yeah. Abby, you kind of almost want to play the Scorn, but not quite. We can put a Morbius in though, that's fine. And then Swordmaster's chill. I like drawing cards. It's good for finding the things we want and good for finding things to discard to increase the size of our Morbius. If we find a MODOK. MODOK is kind of the dream. No MODOK right now though would be better. Ooh. Daken could get discarded, right? Like I'm thinking this should be a Corvus Glaive, by the way. I'm just kind of convinced. I think I like Corvus Glaive better. I'm gonna sit on this stuff for a minute though. We're gonna Dracula right. Lady Sif, okay. Let's chill for now. They played their Sif and APOC. He's already at 16. Their Dracula's kind of monstrous at the moment. Colleen is potentially pretty nice. We have a lot of energy next turn. We're at 6 energy next turn. We could go like Swordmaster, Colleen, Blade would be the dream, maybe. And then you do like a turn 6 Modoc if we find the APOC anyway. I mean, either way, maybe. We're not really playing at a Stark Tower at all, so I want to load up some bodies there. Oh, dude, I like Misery. That's pretty cool. Dude, this APOC is just getting absolutely jacked. Absolutely jacked. They don't have a Dracula yet, though, so I don't know. It just maybe have something they play, which, you know, it's pretty inflexible in that case many times. So, this does not often hit the Scorn reliably, but it is kind of the biggest numbers, and it gets me a Proxima. I will say the Proxima goes right, which is currently okay since we don't have an APOC. In this case, we'd really want this to hit the Scorn, we think. I'm wondering if Swarm belongs in this deck, by the way. I just have not really hit it at all. It's kind of good if you don't have a Colleen card, but if you do... If we did this instead, we could, like, you know, play the Scorn or play the Shard. If you're not really convinced Daken's going to be that good, this gives you that Scorn line. But I don't think so, man. I think it's this, and you just ride the Proxima. Our Dracula kind of sucks anyway, so... There's their Dracula. Okay, so they have potentially the world's biggest APOC Dracula line. So mid's pretty bad for us. Kind of. That's a good hit though. Daken one time maybe. Daken. Nope, Swordmaster. Okay, maybe wasted unfortunately. It's kind of going where we don't need our power to be
All
right
systems go.
Modoc, anybody? APOC. Well, I mean, actually, I guess not that crazy bad here. We can dump everything enough that... where do we feel most or least secure here? This hits the Shard, which doubles the Daken. I like that better because I want that power here. And then Dracula goes up 12 still. And we're ahead a fair bit. We're adding kind of 16 here and adding 11... plus 4 here is 15 here, so we're kind of adding a nice little spread. If they pivot away from the Dracula, they might dump all in one spot, which it's hard to say where that would be. I think I would do it left if I was them, so maybe we put Scorn and Colleen here. Try to get just a little bit bigger left, because I would expect them to commit more power left than right, because they're scared of the Dracula, obviously. So, you know, like, play whatever stuff that's not... APOC left, so we need to get big left in essence, and then maybe a little smaller right is fine. So far that's true. Or don't go left. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, nice. The power difference here didn't really matter. It looks like the Colleen versus the Swarm, but we had at least the right idea, you know. Oh, they forgot about the Scorn in hand. Oh, bro, they forgot about the Scorn. You gotta dump that if you're going for the Dracula line, right? Like, oh, nice. Okay, we just went across the board. Yeah. Okay. Haven't seen Scorn early in about 25 minutes. That's always sad. I'm always like itching to play the new card, you know. Oh, hello, friend. This is even a decent Swordmaster moment. I wouldn't say it's a good one though. We would prefer like Colleen and Blade always. Daken might get played here too if we get him. All right, well, kind of solve that problem, I guess. You go for the Blade now? Probably not. It's probably still the Sif here. Hopefully you get something cheap next turn like Colleen that makes the Blade a little better. I don't know, because now the Scorn's kind of tucked away, you know. I think this is the right play for the record, but yeah, you got the Modoc instead. So yeah, this is definitely the move now. Scorn, is this a turn 6 Scorn line or a... Let's see, I mean, Swordmaster's just too risky right now. This is a pretty great Blade, but it's a 50-50 on the Swordmaster. I don't think you risk that, right? I think you got to go here. You have Scorn, and hopefully this Proxima goes mid, by the way. We don't need it left. You have Scorn and APOC in hand, so you're just playing Scorn plus whatever your top deck is. Hopefully Morbius, I guess, in this case. You got the calling. That is sometimes good for me, but it's APOC. Moon Knight's not as great in the mirror match, to be honest. Proxima mid? Nope, Proxima left. I mean, it is Dracula v Dracula, so maybe that little burst of extra here makes the difference. Oh, dude, I can't play Daken. I mean, I can, but it's freaking risky, right? Ah, dang it, dude. It's a 50-50. I mean, I gotta play. It's a 50-50 either way, so it's just like, oh, God. Yeah, I don't see it, man. I don't see it, guys. It's a big 50-50 here. Daken's a terrible turn 6 top deck. But it had a really good hand, I feel like. I mean, I don't know, not that exciting, I guess. But the earlier Scorn, we snipe, but theirs is just bigger, right? Like ours is not gonna outpower because it doubles. Like the Proxima needed to go mid here, I think.
I am reborn.
Oh wait, we tied. Oh, never mind. Oh, dang, dude. Dang it, dude. Dang it, dude. Scorn right. No. Ooh, early Scorn, but no enablers right now, dude. We need that Colleen. Not rocks. Sebastian Shaw. Colleen, baby, one time. Modok will take, that's fine. I mean, Daken Dracula is still pretty cool. This could be a turn 6 Modok game too, actually. Like turn 6 Modok Scorn. You lose a Scorn cycle, but if you get a couple like on turn 5, if you can play like, you know, Swordmaster Colleen being on 5 and get your Scorn going. She's still big enough that that's pretty interesting. That plays well into the Dracula and the Daken, you know. Rocks don't help that goal though. Psylocke War Machine makes me very nervous. New York does kind of create some freedom though, which is cool. I will say Rock too, man. It really does mess with the yeah, no, I think we go turn 5 Modok and then it's like Sif Scorn on 6, right? Maybe still a Colleen or something, right? Or Morbius, yeah. Oh well, no, Morbius. What am I saying, dude? Those cards won't be there. Sif and Morbius won't be there, you idiot. But this is actually still the same story, so I'm not even mad. Like this is still the same kind of goal. It's gonna be Modok Scorn on 6. We didn't see any lockout, no scary Legion stuff for this War Machine, so yeah. This does mean the Scorn is just getting played. It's not obviously adding any power to cycle here, but the important part is being able to empty the hand on it. Goose and Rogue. Okay, those are both kind of scary to me, but just not right now, you know?
I am reborn.
They're not scary right now. Boy, do you even go New York? It's really hard to say, isn't it? Yeah, Colleen would have been so cool this game. I mean, our Dracula, we kind of just know it's going to be enough, right? We could do something like this where you, you know, you put in a little show mid, like 13's pretty compelling against their board. Morbius and Daken scale a ton here. Dracula scales a ton here. And you still got a little bit of a power commitment there. I mean, honestly, is this going to be fine? It's going to be 8 and 8 added. It's 16 added. Yeah, maybe Scorn goes mid. I don't think it really matters too much. It's hard to know where they're going to put their power. I mean, they might just bail on this Dracula and put all of this mid, but then, you know, I think we still... this is fine. Whatever, dude. I don't know. This looks good to me. Yeah, they absolutely did bail on the Dracula, yeah. What is this going to be? Like a lion? Oh, just the big input on. Okay, that's... maybe going to be enough, actually. How big are we? We're only gonna go to 20, aren't we? No, 22. Easy. The Scorn left, dude. Let's go. I love it, dude. Easy.
Victory.
Nice, man. Scorn mid would have lost too. Dang. Okay. Good calls, I suppose. Tell me the base score doesn't matter. By the way, dude, it matters. All right. Yeah, need some early game, dude. Show me Blade. Dracula. Ugh. Well, Swordmaster hits Daken right now, which is not ideal. Maybe we just play the Daken instead, huh? Yeah, I think so. Kind of an easy choice here. Colleen, no good. Taking into Dracula is not a good way to win Asgard, unfortunately, dude. Everybody is playing Discord today, by the way. Like, everybody got Scorn. It's, you know, not a real surprise, obviously, because people like to play the new cards. But I will say sometimes that doesn't happen. Sometimes I kind of don't hate this. I think there's a chance with Daken. Like, we're adding quite a bit of power here. 10 power. Throws the Dracula off curve is the only thing. But if I draw 2 cards, I have a good chance of getting MODOK. So trying to win this is pretty cool. Yeah, they went for the Dracula on curve. You know, not everybody always gets new cards. So just because it's new card day doesn't always mean we see the new cards a ton. Sometimes they're still missing, you know. I think we do still want to Dracula this, but without a blade in particular, like, this is a pretty wonky finish. Maybe it's just give up mid because their Dracula's already so nasty and then go like this. In some ways, you almost trust the Proxima more than the Dracula to get big. But I don't think so because we have a 50-50 to top deck MODOK. And if that happens, we're pretty excited. If we get Lady Sif, can we do stuff with the sword mat? Oh my god. Hit this. That's a big guy to hit. MODOK. There's our boy. So we have to play the Scorn in this case because we need the Dracula to hit the APOC. Am I strong enough left is my question. We're adding 11 and 6. I think sometimes we're strong enough. Proxima goes mid, which is wasted, but I mean, it's just where it goes. I can't help that. Didn't get her down early with like more influence, you know. So Scorn here, I like that Scorn is still playable on 6 with MODOK. Like, you know, that's a line sometimes that just happens. Or sometimes you can build towards 2, but you know, she's just a little bonus, you know. Oh, I think we're cooked. I think we got the turn 6 MODOK making their, well, their Morbius isn't that big. Are we big enough? Hold up. I think we're gonna be big enough, right? Because Dracula's gonna push us to 22 and then, or no, 24, and then we still have the swarm or whatever. Nice. Oh, but they're gaining 2. No, we're fine. Our Dracula's, yeah, we're fine. We're going to 27. Woo! Let's go, dude. I wasn't sure about the swarms until right now. Now I'm happy with the swarms. We used to have a Daken there too. Don't forget this Gambit kind of hurt us a little bit. This could be an 8-powered swarm as well. Yeah. Hey, oh, early blade. Yeah. Well, hold up. This is after, right? So I think it still hits Proxima, but I don't. We're about to find out. We're about to learn something. Yeah, nice. For geniuses, I knew it. Total genius. Morbius really good here too. Floating Bats is very fun. I think it's one of my favorite locations. It creates a lot of cool moments, you know. So double Dracula is also pretty nuts, dude. Like, we have a lot of interesting lines here. Can we get a Scorn? No, but we can get a Swarm. So this is Dracula left on 4, Dracula, I guess mid on 5 probably. We can use swarms like fixed positioning, right? I don't see how you ever lose this. You don't need Scorn to win this game, that's for sure. Famous last words, by the way. Oh, okay. This kind of gives me more time, although we are gonna run out of space a little bit thanks to all these cloning vat plays. Rogue. Thank God the opponent didn't get Rogue. They got a pretty garbage card, but honestly, mine's bad too. So yeah, Dracula left, Dracula mid. How am I gonna dump my hand though into okay, Dracula right, even easier, whatever. Gotta dump my hand into this APOC, and I got all these freaking swarms, you know? I don't have enough space to dump my hand, guys. We got problems. We got problems. Maybe I should have maybe we'll wait on a MODOK here. We'll just play 2 swarms and wait on a MODOK, right? Or I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be MODOK, I guess, but he would be very nice. But I want to get these out of the hand before things go wrong. Just play these, be done with it. Titania into Green Goblin. Okay, well, that's annoying too, man. This lockdown sucks, dude. Okay, it's got to be MODOK on the final turn, and I got to keep this spot open too, or we're gonna have to snipe the world's best Apocalypti. I don't know, dude. Do they have a goblin? Do they have a... Surely you're not running like another goblin. That would be too cruel. Too evil. The hood is all they play on turn 6? Like, what? Come on, MODOK. One time, dude. MODOK! MODOK! Daken. Crap. I mean, do you play one that empties the hand more, or do you play... Yeah, he's still pretty big and empties the hand, I guess. I mean, honestly, the opponent still has a lot of work to do because these Morbiuses are big. It is true that Red Hulk left like kind of hard carries, so I don't know, man. I might just need... Oh, God. Okay. Oh, dude, they didn't even play the Red Hulk. Oh, they went for the Cannonball. Oh, we're geniuses. I guess really almost anything kind of worked, though, right? Like this got plus 12, but we're up by plus 12.
Victory.
Did we even need this? Okay, stuff to do. Colleen means we really want to see a Scorn off the top. Otherwise, she's stranded for a bit. But Morbius is a good line, so. Dude, I like discard decks, by the way. I think this is a pretty fun deck, all things considered. It's kind of, you know, basic at these days, and it's kind of, you know, we've seen it a lot. But I still think it's pretty fun. I don't know. There's a lot of little nuance to the, like, timing of the card plays, and, you know, cards having targeted discards makes you feel smart sometimes, even though it's sometimes just kind of automatic, right? We introduced a little chaos here with Scorn, right? Daken gives you some high rolls that are fun. Swordmaster gives you some low rolls that are scary. I'm not sure he's right, but in theory, you know, kind of a cool little bonus. Play Morbius mid in case they do weird lockdown stuff. I just want to make sure we get some power that can scale there. So Sif looks fine on 3. It's like a classic discard line right now. Okay.
Victory.
Deal. I had a cool little diatribe about discard there that you've ruined. How can I put it in the video now? Maybe we'll squeeze it in anyway. Maybe we will. We're the boss. It's great being your own boss, isn't it?